Yo, Foul Hooked Whitey is back. We're coming to you not live from East Rosebud Studios. Obviously, sitting here with me is my esteemed partner, Brandon Booty. How are you?
Great. It's good to be back. I'm glad to be here again.
Booty. Yeah, I'm so glad you're back because, you know, me doing that solo stuff, fuck, our fly fishing Nielsen ratings just drop like a fucking rock. Just without you. I mean, it just, I didn't carry it great.
I listened to some. I thought you did good. I
pissed it off. Well, thank you. So speaking of the fly fishing Nielsen ratings, got some more bad news. We dropped 10 listeners/viewers. We're down to 55. And, there's 8 billion people on this planet. Did you know that?
I knew it was up there. 8 billion, that's a lot of people.
It's a lot of folks, right? 8 billion folks. Do you know what the percentage 55 is of 8 billion?
I mean, that's so minute,
There's a point, and then there's just an infinite number of fucking zeros.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we gotta kick it back together, and you're back, so hopefully, we'll get more listeners because you're back.
That'd be a plus. All
right, cool.
Yeah.
So what we're going to talk about today is we're going to do a recap of the 2024 fly fishing season in our area.
Sounds good.
Yep. And you just got off your third year of guiding?
Second.
I'm sorry.
Second.
I don't know why I'm off on that. Just your second.
This is my second full
and
year.
You fucking got a lot of days this year, right? I mean,
I did pretty good on days. Definitely a lot more than last year.
Yeah. I mean, how many days you got in going into October?
I got like 90 days.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Right. So how was it? I mean, you've been pretty confident every time I've seen you this season as far as how your season went.
Yeah, it went good. I thought it went great. The biggest thing is that that river was fishing so damn good.
Oh fuck!
You know what I mean?
Best ever.
It made it easy.
But my point is that I've said it a lot in this media. Guiding is fucking hard. And the horn guiding, I would imagine, is particularly hard.
Yeah, the hardest aspect is managing your clients.
Oh, okay.
I think that's the hardest aspect.
More than bugs or rig setups?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, wow.
I think managing your clients, obviously you get clients that can't be managed every once in a while,
Yeah, okay, I like that.
I think managing your clients, my biggest... I think what I got better at the fastest and what I think I'm pretty good at is teaching clients to fish rather quickly.
Yeah, okay.
Last year it would take me over half a day. Now we're only getting, fishing decent for a third of the day.
That's interesting.
Yeah, now you can do it quicker. Now they're, especially if they're only there one day, they don't got 2 days. They're fishing one day, right? They've never fished before. They're fishing on one day. The quicker you can teach them how to get that good drift, how to fight a fish, right?
Yeah.
The better your chances are.
So and it's interesting you say that because right now with the condition the horn is in as far as the fish size and quality, them managing and landing a fish is a big fucking deal, especially if they're beginners, right?
Man, those fish right now,
Jesus.
even the 14-inchers are just fat. And they fight like crazy.
Yeah. Well, go ahead. I'm sorry.
And they'll get down on themselves. They'll miss the first couple and be all pissed off. And I'm like, hey, calm down. You have less than 5 seconds of experience of fighting a fish on a fly rod.
Yeah.
I don't expect you to catch your first, even your first 5 fish. You know what I mean? The fish is on for 5 seconds, it gets off, right?
And
that's 5 seconds of experience. I don't expect you to get all that down in 5 seconds.
True. Your delivery just now on that was super confident. And I think that's really when you transition from a brand new guide, a rookie, into having confidence on an above average tough fishery to guide. That's really what it is now, isn't it?
Yeah.
A year ago, I bet you didn't have command of the boat all the time.
Oh yeah, definitely not.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't mean, with the sticks with rowing.
Yeah.
I mean just with how people are interacting with you or whether they have confidence in you, because you probably get the question how long you've been guiding.
Oh, every day.
And when you say, this is my second season, I mean, the client's could possibly go to fuck. I got a guy that's, only been guiding 2 years here. I mean, what does he know?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I think I can win them over fairly quickly.
Good. I like that. Well, and that's that confidence I was talking about.
Yeah.
I could hear a couple of chest hairs pop on you all the way from Billings to Fort Smith. I can see how you've matured into a competent guide. And now your next step is what? Above average guide?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, right.
I just want to get better each year, get more days, and
Well, at this point, you'll have all the opportunity in the world for days, won't you?
Yeah, I should. Yeah, pretty much.
Well, you will, because working with an outfitter through this shop, straight up, I mean, it's all about what clients say to the outfitter as far as how their day was fishing with you.
Yeah, that's what matters the most.
Shit.
Yeah.
I mean, you get probably 2 or 3, we didn't like him. He wasn't good. We didn't catch any fish. Because that's the type of negative comments a client will talk to the outfitter, the booking outfitter, as far as, comments about you during the day.
Yeah.
Right? So that didn't happen.
I mean, I don't think it happened.
Well, I mean, obviously it didn't. And my point in bringing that up is that, I think guiding is very difficult. Part of it is managing the boat, managing the clients. I get it. But production for the customer is really, at the end of the day, what validates the dough.
Yeah, for the customer. Yeah, definitely.
And so on average, what percentage of your clients for 2024 were advanced anglers?
So I was explaining this to a friend of mine that's also a guide.
Okay.
Our meaning of advanced are people who fly fish is higher, right? And I was explaining to him some of these, because he's always like, all these clients lie and say they fly fish, they're meaning on gear. And I told him, I said, hey, they do fly fish. They're just not good at it, right?
Yeah, right.
Our standard's higher, so it depends on the standard.
Right.
The amount of people who say they fly fish and have their own gear,
so they're beginners or advanced beginners.
they think they fly fish. But in my eyes, they go on maybe two guided trips a year, and that's it.
Okay.
I don't know. I've gotten people who...
But they like it.
Yeah. I've gotten people who, I've been to this river. I fly fish back home in Colorado, and we get them out there, and they can't even mend. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you see them fish, and you're like, yeah, fucking right.
And those are the hardest people to... I had a father-son duo, and I told him to mend. First time, just got in the boat. Mm-hmm. I said, go ahead and mend left. He said, don't tell me where to mend. Just tell me when to mend it. In my head, I'm like...
You're like, what?
If you don't know when to mend it, you don't know where.
What'd you say,
where
bitch?
to mend it.
Jeez.
Right? Son's killing it.
And at that point, you're like, okay, fucker.
I'm like, whatever. I won't tell him, right?
I'm
not going to tell him when to mend either. He should know, right?
Yeah, right. Well, apparently he thinks he does.
Exactly. So I'm coaching his son up, and then we get after lunch, and now he's asking me questions. Should I mend this left? And now I start coaching him, and he starts catching fish.
So
I was like,
so he reached out to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
I kind of won him over, and he's like, all right, I'll start listening.
Okay. So he because basically his kid just made him look bad.
Yeah.
Okay.
And by kid, like, he was older, but he didn't fly fish, right? Like, it was like a grandpa age and like a father age.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha. So who was your worst client this year? Not who, but behaviorally, what? How was it? Who was it?
So it was at the beginning of the year.
Okay.
And it was a work thing, right? They were there for work. So the two people in my boat didn't really know each other.
Yeah.
And I had a guy in the front, and he was just something else. So his problem was he's never fly fished before.
Yeah.
He was too fish hungry, right? And by that I mean he always wanted his bugs in the water.
Okay.
And on the bighorn, there are certain times you don't want your bugs in the water because they're going to pick up moss. There's no damn fish there.
And then you're not ready when the good shit is there. Yeah.
So all day I'm telling him, hey, bring that rod and take a seat. He wouldn't do it, right? Other guys hooked up, fish running toward his line. Bring it in, wouldn't get it out of the way. The other guy missed like 4 fish because he wouldn't get his damn rod out of the way.
I mean, did he just say no?
He just wouldn't do it. He was just ignoring me. He wouldn't do it. So finally, Finally, I'm like, you know what? Cast on this side. And then he'd cast on that side and get it out of the way. Okay. So that other guy can land some fish, right? Meanwhile...
That's guide savvy.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'm like, hey, just take a seat, right? We'll get to this next shelf. And then I'm like, all right, he's still fishing. I'm like, all right, go ahead and cast to the right. We're ready. Oh, I'm tangled. Pull anchor. In the middle of the damn, I'm in the middle of the damn river, middle of the damn run. Pull anchor. I'm like, no, I'm not pulling. No, I can't pull anchor anywhere I want.
Yeah.
Well, they're anchored up. I'm like, well, they're on the side of the damn
edge,
river.
motherfucker.
Right?
Yeah.
And he would, all day he was doing this. And I'm just like shaking my head. You can tell the other guy was getting frustrated too. So I was mad because he's messing up the other guy's day up.
And basically, this cat's just argumentative.
Oh, man.
On a fishing day.
Man.
With a guide. That's fucking weird to me.
Your first time fly fishing. And then.
First time fly fishing.
And then he'd always say, he'd have his bugs in for, 30
Everywhere,
seconds.
all the time.
But they'd be in for 30 seconds. And I think I have moss. I'm like, you got to leave him out there. Got to let him hunt. I think I have moss, though. I'm like, hey, if I think you have moss, I'll let you know. It's floating good. I'm like, it's floating good. Leave it out there. And he would just keep recasting.
Oh, boy.
Keep recasting and checking for moss because he's not getting hit.
Yeah.
And then at lunch, I told him, I said, hey, man, we have to find a way to keep your bugs in the water. But what if I have moss? I said, it doesn't matter because what the fish aren't going to do is they're not going to jump in the boat and bite your bugs.
Yeah.
And the other guy was all laughing.
I love it.
And then we get back out there, and like at the end of the day, he's like, you know what? I've been keeping my bugs in longer, and I think the longer they're in, I've been getting bites. And the other guy's just like this.
Fuck. I mean,
and I was having to tell you that all day, man.
Oh wow.
And as we're leaving, we're pulling up to the ramp. There's one more run left.
Yes.
And I'm like, go ahead and cast right here. It's been one of my best runs.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Well, left looks good. I want to cast left.
Oh fuck.
I said, you know what, man?
Oh man.
I said, do whatever you want. Go ahead and cast the left.
I like it, but that's your command of the boat, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's your command of the boat, right? You're doing your best. You're going with the flow.
Yeah.
You don't want to listen to me, motherfucker? Then don't listen to me.
Yeah.
At that point, you're not going to catch anything.
Though. And the other guy knew I was irritated. He was irritated. He stopped fishing because he was so irritated.
Oh wow.
And then we get to the boat ramp, and he looks at me, the other guy, and he's like, some people are so oblivious.
Fuck this
and I
cat.
said, I know.
Well, we're going to continue to talk about your 2024 guiding season. This is the Foul Hooked Whitey, end of episode 1. We'll be back.